So thanks to you. So let me start my talk along with these tenses. Okay, so we are going to discuss that inferential statistics using our programming. It has two parts today. So the first part is full of introduction to our programming. Introduction to our programming. It's starting from how to install, what are the advantages and several other aspects of our programming, and then the second part consists of the basic statistical functions using our programming, and we will be continuing the same session. You will be have actually I have planned it's like almost like a hands-on. You will be given some time after every short session span to work it out. So it will be a very nice experience for you, I believe. So let me start. So this is the session plan. Hope it started perfectly and the greeting got over. And so this is our discussion plan today, along with the R programming introduction. So here is where we want to start. See, whatever we are doing, that is for some research work. As you know, there are two types of researches. One is qualitative and another one is quantitative. The quantitative is full of numbers and the numerical values, whereas the qualitative measures the quality of that respective data. So it is the art of the researcher to convert the qualitative data into quantitative data, that is to quantify the items so that we can do the statistical calculations in order to arrive into some sort of conclusions. To do, we will be having the descriptive research, analytical research, applied researches. We are doing some fundamental exploratory researches. We need to arrive into some conclusions. So we are doing the conclusive researches. We can do the survey. We can do case studies, everything. So after doing all this, actually it is like in between. Okay, I will start R programming. Then in between, I will give all these inputs. So after doing all this, we will be having a volume of data. With this data, what we are going to do? That's the question. So after collecting your data, are we going to do the analysis? No. First, we have to know something about our data. What is my data is? We have to talk with our data, like how I am talking with you. We have to talk with our data, with all the parameters and everything. How my data is, like how we are conducting our classes. We are recording our present and absence, and we are marking the absences, 2 weeks of absence, everything. So we have to check, is there any missing value, that and all. So the entire type of data is classified into 4 parts: nominal, ordinal, interval level, and ratio level. The interval level and ratio level, right? The interval level and ratio level. So now the nominal level data, which will consist of only the alphabets, that is full of qualitative items. You can categorize that, but you cannot do any statistical measurements. Whereas the our hair color, skin color, that and all will comes under nominal level data. The second type is ordinal. Whereas in the ordinal, we will be having the nominal level data, whereas you can order. Say for example, our grades that has alphabets, but still you can make the order as per F C minus C C plus B minus BB plus A minus and A. But the next two levels, the interval level and the ratio level, where the ratio level is the highest level of the data. That consists of everything, all the quantifications you have. In the ratio level, if there is no meaning for 0, that is called an interval level. For an example, this interval level don't have meaningful 0. Is there any meaning for 0? Yes, it has. How many pens I have? 0 pens, which means that I don't have any pen. How many mobiles I have? 0 mobiles. I don't have any mobile. I don't have the practice of using the mobile at all. Okay. So the 0 has the meaning. Suppose I am considering the temperature and I am saying 0 temperature. It doesn't mean that there is no temperature at all. There is a temperature. Why? Because there are minus degree temperatures, -5, -10, -20 degree temperatures. So if I say 0 degree temperature, it doesn't mean that there is no heat at all. There is a heat. The measurement is 0. So the 0 has no meaning over there as what we are concluded in the ratio level. Consider about the knowledge. I cannot say you have 0 knowledge because though the students are not answered for that question, because they have the knowledge but they are unable to express or unable to solve that. So in the knowledge, 0 has no meaning. We have to deal all 4 types of data for our analysis. Now we have collected with all our data, and to start our analysis, the data collection, data cleaning and data analysis should be done. So in order to arrive into data analysis, we have to perform the first 2 steps. Okay. Now, in order to do such a data analysis, many tools are available. Many tools are available, starting from our Excel, even without paper and pen. That is also one of the tools, right? A simple calculator, that is also one of the tools. Many tools are available. How can we do this as an automation is the another question that leads to the different chapter. Whereas, which tool we can use among all the available tools? Of course, we will be moving for the most popular tool. Among the most popular, which tool we can use? Say for example, the top 10, which tool we can use? Can we go for the topest one? If it is feasible for us. If it is not, what we can do? Go for the alternate choices. So there are many statistical softwares available like SPSS, but those are commercial. So if the people are in the business, and especially in the business concerns, they want to reduce their costs. So the optimization can be done in 2 ways, right? One is reducing the expenditure and another one is increasing their profit. So the second part will take place, reducing the expenditure. How? To reduce the cost of the softwares, what we are using. In this place, R is entering to fill the gap. So R is one of the software we are going to use for the data analysis. There are many softwares available. This is one among the tools. Okay. Now, what is this R? This R is a it is a programming language. Earlier, the name of R is S. S means statistical language. Then they changed it to R. It is developed in the Bell Laboratories by Robert Gentleman and Rose Ilha. So in order to honor them, the first letter of their name has been coined as the name of this program. When they are creating the program itself, they made it as a runtime environment, and it has a runtime environment. Their objective is to do for the graphics. It is actually R is very good enough for the charting and the capabilities. You can store it as a script files. It is an interpreted computer language. You can do a looping, like if you else that loop and all you can do. But the objective of R is to avoid those loops. Okay, the objective of the R is to avoid those loops, but you can do here. And this interface of R is compatible with other programming languages also. Even you can write your program in C, C++, Java, Python, and you can execute that in R. Multiple platform support is available like Unix, Windows, and Macs for the R. You can keep this in your flash drive, and you can install from your flash drive in the computer directly. Okay, so these two are the persons, Rose Ilka and Robert Gentleman, developed this. Fine. So there are some milestones for R in the development. Here, this has an age around just 20 to 30 years only. At 1993, they made this R programming. 1993. After 4 years of experiments only, they released this software. That is at 1997, the alpha version of this software, along with 12 packages. I will come back to you what is that package a little later. At the same year, 1997, they made the compatibility of Mac, Linux, and all. But they have given some packages, but they are unable to update or install, or they are unable to do some other tasks, specific tasks. So they need some sort of enhancement in their software. So at 1999, they released update.packages and install.packages, which gives the revolution in 1999 in the R program. Even we can say after 1999 only, after getting that update.package and install.packages, this R program start getting popularized. So at 2004, they made another version, that is they are releasing another version. They simply call updates with a minimal loading, fast working with a minimal expense, with increased memory of their servers. They are giving their servers. At 2005, the internalization of coding has been done. Before to that, it is the local coding only. 2010 only, they have given the Windows 64-bit support. Before to that, there is no 64-bit support for them. That become a great disadvantage for the R programming. And after 2010, this R programming as a statistical software, it start to compete with the other softwares. Before to that, this become one among the software, and it is in the last of the sorting lists. And 2011, 17, 21 and all, it's developing stages. Even we can say after 2010, and in 2011, they have given the package namespace, which become the most worshipable move from the R community for the development, and the users of R become very high after this namespace for the packages. It has a R journal also. You can get many information from here regarding R. It is an open access journal, but a refereed journal. You have to send that to them. You can get the information from journal.rproject.org. The newly released packages, their advantages, disadvantages, criticisms, all you can get from here in the R journal. So these are These are the popularity, the popular data science softwares along with the popularity index graph. In the top it is Python, and in the fifth place it is R, but it has been taken from a website, a job website, which is posting the jobs for people in the data science. On that, the R is taking the fifth place, which is an amazing one. So usually people will invest in the emerging fund. It's not the emerged fund. So you have to be in the moderate one. And R is almost, yeah, it's true. R is a moderate one. It is a programming language. So it's a moderate one. And assume that we can use C, C++, Pandala also for the data science. The SQL is the most popular one for the data science. There are many advantages for R programming. It is highly used in academics. You can do data analysis, data cleaning, visualization, the charting capabilities. You can use it for machine learning. The availability of R is more. You can do like anything. It has a very diverse community. You can get the help in no time. It is extensible. I will come back to that extensibility later. It is simple and easy to understand. I hope you will agree with this after the end of this talk. And it has much fun, provided we are familiar with R. we have to be familiar with R. Yes, it is true that this R programming will offer a very steep learning curve, especially for the beginners. They have to learn much in R programming than the rest of the programmings. It is true. It is true. But after getting such a knowledge, you may feel awesome and you will not move from R to some other softwares, I believe. And there are many those who have given their comments which agrees my statement. So since it is especially created for the statistical tasks, it is a very difficult task to interpret and to get the best things out of R without learning the statistics. So they should be good enough in the statistics. They should be good enough in the statistics. Yeah, let me modify, doesn't matter. So here I used two terminologies. One is data science and another one is data analytics. So data science is a combination of core mathematical ideas also for problem solving, optimizations and all, whereas data analytics is the science of bringing some sort of conclusions, inferences for the raw data what you have collected. So let's see how to get into R. So this is the place where we can find R. One is rproject.org, CRAN.R-project.org. So what I am doing, let me open it, and I am typing CRAN, CRAN, CRAN R project. I am typing. I am just checking whether the first hit itself is there, but I am just checking the website cran.r-project.org, the comprehensive R archive network. Here, the comprehensive R archive network, CRAN. So this is a CRAN R project. Now I am using Windows. So just download and install R. So I'll be clicking on download R for Windows. Click it. We will be getting this page. Don't get into R tools or old contributor here. Go for base. If you are installing R in the first time, it should be with the base only. Even if you uninstall and install once again, you have to be with the base only. So we will be getting this page. Download R 4.1.2 for Windows. Click it. The R will start downloading. The software start downloading. It will take some time. Doesn't matter. Let it take the time. In between, let's have a small check. The size of the Google Chrome, what I am using now, the size of the Google Chrome, this varies from 10 to 345.82 MB. 345 MB the Google Chrome has, whereas this R programming has only 86 MBs. It's a very small program. It's a very small one, but it can do much tasks. It can do much tasks. Okay. So the next one, let it download, let it install, and the next one is R Studio. R Studio. This R Studio is the IDE which we are going to use as a front-end manager for R. So let's open it. This is the R Studio website. Go to downloads here. Say 1, 2, 3, 4. Here the download is there. You can click download. Download the R Studio IDE. Come down. Choose your version. Come down. Yes, you will have this. So R Studio Desktop, R Studio Desktop Pro version, R Studio Server, and R Studio Workbench. This is open source and this is also open source, and these two are commercial licenses. You have to pay per year. So we are going with the R Studio Desktop, which is more than sufficient to perform our tasks. Even if you are doing such a data analysis for your company, this R Studio Desktop is more than enough. But if you have a huge volume of workers and you want to have the sharing of data and such as like admin board and all, it is better to go for the Workbench and the Pro versions and all. Anyhow, you can see the features over there. We are going to download only R Studio Desktop. So I'm clicking this. We will get this screen. R Studio Desktop. See here the release notes. I don't want this. Install R. This is the first condition. Install R. Download R Studio Desktop. So this is for Windows. So I'm clicking Windows. The R Studio made especially for the Windows. So you have to work in Windows. So and of course you can go for Mac, Ubuntu, that and all also with respect to your R version, what you installed and what is your OS. So let it download. Let it download. Okay, so let it download, and in between we will come back here. And if you get into rproject.org, the download R will be here. From here you will get the news of new versions and all, and from here also you can download, because I have given you two websites. R Studio is saying we are going for the free version. We are going for the free version. And the installation is easy. It's like a double click only. Click. That one only. Let me check whether I already have the R. Yes, I have. So here I have the R. So I'm double clicking. So it will ask you whether do you want to install. Say yes and select the language used during the installation. Understand that you have this many languages here. I'm choosing English, clicking OK. You ready to install with the setup? Yes. Next. So next. 32, 64. You can choose your installation. I'm choosing this. Customize or default. If I click OK, it will start installing, but I'm not going to install because I already have. You have to install this R first, and then you have to go for the R Studio. And then you have to go for the R Studio. Okay. I have some older versions. Let's see whether it's working fine. It will take some time to download. Yeah. See, this is R Studio. So this is the window. R Studio setup. Click next. Next. Just blindly go for all. So it is installed. It will start to install, but I don't want. Okay, let it be. Doesn't matter. So that's the task we do have. Now we are getting back to the once again the installation. So the installation is easy. Just you want to click, next, everything. So it's actually it's installing, which I don't want actually, but I have given yes. It's okay. Let it do. We can manage. This is the home screen of R. This is the home screen of R. I have this 4.1.2, the version. So if I open, you will get the screen like this. Here we have to type, whereas this R has only the console. Here we have to type our here we have to type our commands, and we have to get our result here itself. If at all you want to plot some graphs, then it will be open in some other window, and finally you have to close all the windows. If you want to write a huge program, then this R will be very tedious for you. Even this environment itself is not that much admirable, so we want to go for the next, that is R Studio. R Studio. Okay, let's finish, no other way for me. So you can open your R Studio from typing here the R Studio. Okay, here, or you can go over there to find your R Studio. Let it open. Because there is a dual installation, so it's taking some time. So understand that first you have to install your R, then you have to install your R Studio. Fine. Yeah, my screen is sharing. Okay, so come on, my R Studio. Okay, so here this is the screen of R Studio through which we are going to work. See, this R version is 4.1.2. It's the name of the version is Bird Happy. I'm talking about R version. The copyright is full of with the statistical computing that for R. It is a free software. It's a open source. It comes under GNU license. So you cannot claim any warranty. If at all your system crashes, we cannot claim any warranty. But still now, no such a case arises. You can download the source code, and this will come along with the source code. If you are capable of modifying your source code, you can modify the source code. You can redistribute it, but it is with the condition. It should be useful for the community, and the earlier contributors should be given as a citation, and it should be free for the community. Okay, so you can give some demos or helps or queue for quit for and all. I'm not going to quit now. we are going to open a script file. Assume that we want to type. Can I type here? Yes, you can type. I'm using the same one, 3 plus 2, 5, which I used in my R. So that R has only this console, whereas this R Studio has other features where we can do our script files. You can write pages by pages of code over there. So it is a file, new file, and R script. We are going to work in R script only. Fine. So from here we can start typing. Say for example, I am using the same thing. Say it's 3 plus 2. I am running this. I will get a 5. If I want to do something else, 3 minus 2, that and all, then you can, and we will be getting our answer here. See, this is only the program file. This will be run. This R Studio has created especially to help the mathematicians, because they habituated with the MATLAB, and so in order to inspire the mathematicians and statisticians, they created a platform which is almost similar to MATLAB. Now, see, these 4 are the windows you are seeing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 windows you are seeing here, and the first one is called R script. You can type your program in the first window. You can save, you can execute. The next one is the command prompt or console, which R has, similar to R Studio. No, R Studio has similar to R. And the third one is the environment, and the fourth one is the access part, the last part. So here, suppose I want to clean everything. There is a brush button, clear console is there. You can click and everything will go away. It will clean your space. Okay. So the next one here, the first one is the environment. The next one is the history. From here you can see all the histories, and here the histories of the command, whatever you used. And here this is the connection. As I mentioned to you earlier, you can connect this with other languages or the DBMS or RDBMS. So if you want to establish a connection, then you can do your connections here. I don't have any connections. I don't want to connect anything. And finally, it is the tutorial, and you can, if you want, you can go for some tutorials here. And let me come back to the first one. It is the environment. See, suppose I am assigning some values, objects, variables. All the variables will be displayed in the environment part here. This part, the environment is empty, right? Here it will display all. The history we may came to know, it maintain all the his commands. Whereas what is the need of environment? This environment will maintain the entire set of objects, variables, whatever that you assigned in your program. Say for example, you are writing a huge program for a project, and you defined around 200 variables, to x1 to x200 variables, and you want to call your 39th variable, and you do not know what is that your 39th variable, though you have given your names accordingly. So with this, this environment will give you the quick glance of your script, in which the entire objects have stored, and this will reduce the work time of searching. The last part is the access part. As I told you, it is really the access part. The first one is files. Say for example, I have all these files. It's a browse part. So from here we can access our files. you can do from here directly. Plots, if I draw anything, then automatically the plot will be here. Say for example, I am giving some sequence of -5 comma +5 comma 1, and I am giving y as x power 2, and I want to plot my x comma y. So no need of thinking about this program. We will discuss the programs little later. Then immediately you will get the plots over there. And if I want the lines, you can give lines of x comma y. Then it will be joined with the line. All right. So immediately you will get all the plots that and all over here. You can do much more things. We will discuss as it goes. The next one is packages. As I mentioned in this slide, the package ecosystem, it was really one of the most excellent tasks done by the R community. No, I missed it somewhere. It's okay here. The package, okay, install that package is released, added mandatory namespaces for packages, and it is at 2011. Before that, what people will do, people will use it to search for the packages in the internet. That one, this one, they download it. They do not know whether that is correct or not. They do not know whether it is a spam or not. They simply download, and there are many issues arise. So finally, what the CRAN has done, they have released their own package cluster, and immediately the RStudio implemented one of the tabs here, packages. Now, I will come back to this package a little later. Help. Here you can type anything. Say, for example, I want to know about the mean. Just to type mean, and you can get it from here. It is mean. The package name is base, and this will give you what is mean and how to write that and all. This will be giving you. But here we have to note a few parameters are mandatory and few parameters are not. So whichever is mandatory, we will write to get our answer. And the last one is the viewer. If we have any connections here, we can view those connections, the results and all over here. And if we have any other links in the program, we can view those links here. And of course, we don't have both. We are not going to give any links as well as we are not going to give any connections. So this viewer tab is always empty for us. Okay. Now just we left with the packages. These are all, see, if you drag your mouse, you will get this sort of plus button, right? You can drag yours with as per your convenience. So these are the packages which already installed. Few packages always coming along with the base package. That is, whenever you install your R, that will be automatically installed by default. Few packages you want to search, and then you want to install, okay. So let's come back over there. We are here in the packages. So the packages are also the softwares. The packages are also the program, and they have given us a cluster which has been tested and they distribute to the community in order to do the specific task. Because it is not possible to write the program every now and then. So it has several packages. R has more than 10,000 packages, which is the advantage of this R. Even Python don't have 10,000 packages, so people will love R to complete their tasks. But these packages are coming in two. For example, I want to install one package. What is the name of the package? Say, for example, I want to install a package called Moments. I want to install a package called Moments. 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 So here when you are typing itself, that moments will, that suggestions will show you, and you can choose from there. And here install from, this is mandatory, and this is a repository. Repository means from CRAN website, from where you downloaded your R, and you can click install. If you click install, automatically that package will be installed. If you want to use that package. Okay, these packages are coming in two types. Number one, the direct installation. The another one is a binary package as a zip file. Sometimes you forced to download the zip file package. So if you download such a packages, then it will ask you to choose that package, and you have to choose the package and click open and then click install. So there are two types of packages available. One is the direct installation, another one is the binary level packages in R. Okay. So the R is a environment which you can do the statistical computing, whereas RStudio is the integrated development environment. The R is the direct program interface, whereas the RStudio is completely, it's a IDE. It's like your NetBeans Eclipse, the code blockers and all. R is a very simple tool. You can write, and of course R sometimes make you to feel frustrated, whereas RStudio is there to give the breeze for your frustration, what you are experiencing with the R. Yes, it is. There are few advantages and a few disadvantages or for it has. We have to agree with that. Fine. So if you want to get any help from R, you can type the question mark with the syntax, and you may get into this website, the rbloggers.com, which gives you a wonderful help, especially for the beginners. I think this became a situational meme in the world scenario, but I don't want to get into that. So before I start my R, here the symbol is showing. This symbol I selected here in the console. Let me close. Okay, this symbol is called prompt symbol, and we have the hash symbol here. The hash is for the command line. So whatever you are typing after the hash symbol will not be executed. R is case sensitive. So capital R and small r are different. And there are some instructions also. When we are writing the program or any calculations, please don't keep any standard functions as the names of your objects or the variables, or even your file name. Don't keep only numbers for your objects. Always either keep alphabets or alphanumeric. Alphabets are always better one, and please do not start with your any special characters. These are the instructions. Okay. So let me start. These are the 6 data types we have in R. These are the 6 data types: data frames, vectors, lists, factors, matrices, and arrays. And data frames or the vectors are the highlights of R programming, because this R will take everything as a vector. Everything as a vector. That is one of the advantage of R. The manipulations become very easy. Even the huge programs and all can be completed within 1 or 2 lines. Okay. So these are the few facts about your R. This is a highly paid one, the R comparatively with the Python. Even we can say after SQL, R is the most used one. It is in the top of 15 programming languages, one among the top. It is growing fast, and most of the academic institutions are having their R program even in their curriculum. And yeah, in the Google search, it comes as advanced analytics software, but I'm unaware of that. It's giving us from Google Trends. It has more than 20 million users. So after this talk, we people also will join with that 20 million users. These are few popular companies using our program. These are the companies using our program, especially here that IBM, it is theirs only, right? It's IBM and Google, Facebook and all, they are using that in a wonderful manner. And most of the healthcare industries are using the R programming along with the RStudio. Okay, so this is about your R. This is about the installation. Now the time is 10:55. As it is scheduled, let's take a break of 5 minutes and we will continue at 11 o'clock. Once again, within that, please try to install your R program in your laptop or in your system, so that it will be easy for us to continue the hands-on. Hope some of you might do that in between. Anyhow, let me continue at 11. So this is the one what we are having. So I'm making it less, and I'm going to tools, global options. I want to go for appearance, and yeah, let it be this, but I want to let be 24. I think it's okay comparatively with the earlier one. So how I opened this window, I opened my RStudio. In my RStudio, I went to file, new file, RScript. Okay, file, new file, RScript. First, we are going to start with basic mathematical functions. Basic mathematical functions. As the COVID-19 was increased exponentially, we will start with the exponential. So it is exponential of 3. That is e power 3. So the e power 3 value, now it is 2.08554. The next one is logarithmic. In the logarithmic, you can get many log. Say for example, this is a basic log. If I give 10, you will get the answer because it will be taking to the base of e. So if I give log 10, then you can give 10. Log 10 base 10 is 1. You can give, you can change your base. There are some other bases also. Then you can. So if you give with the 2, you can. It's not only with the 10 and 2. If you want to write log, then you can be with some, say for example, some 2 along with base is equal to 10. So I will get a 0.3010. As I already know this answer. So in order to confirm, I have given base 10. Even you can check with the base 2 because the answer is 1. Even you can go for base 20 also, that doesn't matter. Whatever is required, you can do. Now is with the log exp exponential function of 1. Exponential function of 1. So it is 1. Now here I want to tell you one thing. Here I want to tell you one thing. Few fax companies thereafter. So in the foundation, they have given the composition of functions. Say for example, f dot g dot f data type. So what does it say is it is f of g of x, right? G dot f is f of g of x. So it is a composition of functions. A function operate on another function to give some answer. Why they are studying all this? Because in the future they might be working with such a composition of functions log with the exponential, so that f dot g they have to work and they should know whether f dot g is equal to g dot f or not. Okay, so let's come back to ours now. Even we can do our factorial value also, the factorial of 5, then it will be giving us 120. Okay, so these are the very basic mathematical functions that we can do, and we can do all the arithmetical operators. Now let's have a small exercise in this window. Type letters in small and type letters in capital, and you can check your output. Now the time is 11:05. We will continue with 11:06. So just to type small letters and capital letters, and then tell me what is your output, and give a done with the chat box, at least one. Any one person can write done in the chat box if you have completed. So what we want to do, just to type letters, run this, type letters, run this, and check the output. Yes, that 1 minute got over. Oh, here the chatting is not enabled. Okay, fine. So if you type letters, you will get all the small letters, and if you type letters, you will get all the capital letters, the English alphabets. Okay, so even you can go for even you can go for the reverse order also. Say for example, I am giving 20:1, 26:1, then I will be getting that in the reverse order. That kind of play you can do. The next part here is generating sequence of numbers. Generating sequence of numbers. Very simple task. I want to generate numbers from 1 to 10. So what to do? Just type 1 is 2 symbol, right? Is 2 symbol, not a semicolon, is 2 symbol. Okay, symbol. Just type 1 is to 10 and make a run. You will get your solution here. say for example, you want to get that in the reverse. So just to type in the reverse, you will get the solution in the reverse order. Okay. This is one of the methods. Okay. This is one of the methods. Now, there is a command called the seek command. Seek is the command. Here I can mention my from is equal to 1, 2 is equal to 10, by is equal to 1, which means that I want to start from 1, I want to finish with the 10, and the width is 1. So if I run this, I will be getting the numbers from 1 to 10. Now, the same sequence I am writing in this manner, then I can run this, I will get the same answer. Then what is the difference between this command and this command? Here, these from, to, by are called the positions. So this from, to and all are written by the programmer to make the program lose it for the reader. Whereas if you are writing for you, you can write like this, and automatically the first place will go for 10, and the second place will go for 2, and the third place will be for by. So you can run this. Now, what will happen if you write 10, 1, 1? That is, I am changing. I want to display from 10 to 1, right? But what will happen now? If I run this, I will not get the answer. I will be getting the error because the first place will be for from, and the second place will be for 2, and the third place will be for 1. So what will happen? It is taking the numbers from 10 to 1, increasing with 1, which is not possible. We have to decrease with 1, right? So it should be for minus 1. So that is why the programmers are always preferring to write along with the keys. So it is with the 10, it is with 1, and by is equal to minus 1. So you can run this. Okay. Now, the seek command is the most important one because we will be using this many times when we are doing our other programs. Okay, so I want to generate sequence of from is equal to 0, 2 is equal to 20, and by is equal to 3, not 2, 3. I am giving 3. See what is generates from 0 to 20, all the numbers over divided by 3, this will be giving you, and this will not go beyond it, 20, and it will not worry about the missing numbers also, the rest. The remaining only 2 numbers are there, it will not worry about it. This will give you the last number, that's all. It's just to give you the last number. Okay. Just generate the numbers 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, etc. Till 50. Till 50. This is the exercise now. Now the time is 10:12. I am giving you 1 minute to perform this. You can follow the same seek command. This can be done by seek command. I am giving you 1 minute. Any one of you even may unmute and you can tell it's done, or you can leave the done with the chat box, but chat box is not available, right?
Yes, sir, we got it.
Fine, fine, sir. So let's continue. So the command is sequence from is equal to 0, 2 is equal to 50, and by is equal to 50. So fine. Thanks for the response, and we will get back with repeat command. we'll get back with the repeat command. Say, suppose I want to repeat. Now we are dealing with this one, right? Okay, a repeat of I want to repeat the element A, but 10 times. So that's the way this will. But here I did this part. Okay, let me run this. So I'll be getting the A 10 times. So the similar one holds for the repetition of any number that you can do, right? Suppose I am giving like this, this will not be taking, it will not take the next one. See, 8 and 10 I have given, but it is taking the last one as the parameter for the repetition. It will not take the middle one. Okay. So now I want the repeater. So here, if I want to repeat this 8 and 10, if I want to repeat this 8 and 10, I have to give C of 8 comma 10 comma 2 times. This C is the concatenation. This will C bind. So this is one of the column elements. This is 1 comma 1. This is 1 comma 2. This will bind the 1 comma 1 and the 1 comma 2. It will be giving that as a single vector. So 8 and 8 10 will be repeated 2 times. And you can do the cluster of commands over there, and you can do repeat of maximum of C of sequence of 1 comma 10 comma 2 comma 2 times. 1 comma 10 comma 2 times, because I started with 1, not with 0. If it is, the 9 will be the maximum number. 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 2 7, like that it will take. And I generated the sequence of numbers. That sequence of numbers, I just made it as a column vector, and then I find the maximum. That maximum has to be repeated 2 times. So yeah, F1 of F2 of F3 of F4 of X, right? That one. Now, next step. As usual, the arithmetical operations and all that you can do. Assigning the vectors. Suppose I have a sequence of numbers, and we have to assign it to object. So here I want to tell you, this is the assignment operator in R. You can use equal to symbol also as the assignment operator in RStudio. But I strongly suggest you to use this symbol so that you can migrate between R and RStudio easily. Now, I have a list of numbers, say for example, C of 1, 2, 3, and I want to assign this to some variable, say X. So these values will be stored in the object variable X. If you run this, you will be getting. So now every time I'm going and clicking, right? Is there any other way to run this? Control enter. So CTRL plus enter to run the command. Okay, on that line. Your cursor should be on that line. That line will be okay. So suppose I have some other y's. With C of 10, 11, 12, and I want to calculate my x into y. This will be calculating element-wise calculation. Yes, it's not a multiple of shorter. I can do the scalar multiplication, whereas for the vector, it will be taking as a matrix. So this is a 1 cross 3 matrix, and this is also 1 cross 3 matrix. So we cannot multiply these two. We have to go for matrices, then that will be discussed separately. So now we can we do x by y? No. Can we do this with a star? Okay. So okay, we will continue with that. I think some has happened. Let me. Okay. In order to print that yes, we have to go for print and yes. Even you can do simply yes. This x will be will print your value. Okay, and you can print yours, and here you can run your while, and you can give print while. Usually the programmers will prefer such a coding instead of simply giving while. Once again, the reason is simple: the readers should understand. Okay, so now the question is x is equal to y? If x is equal to y here, let me run x and y. Yes, and this is y. So this is 1, 2, 3, and this is 10, 11, 12. And if I write x is equal to y, this is giving false, false, and false. Means this x and y. It is a element-wise comparison. So the element-wise comparison become false. Okay. And we can mingle some other commands also. Say for example, x is greater than y. No, whereas if you give y is greater than x, then you will get true, 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 because all the values are greater than x. Now, I want to extract the element from my vector. My vector is x, y, okay, from x and y. So from x and y, I want to get the elements, the first element. I want to extract my first element, 1. That should be within the bracket. That should be within the bracket. But the bracket should be the square bracket. For example, if I give x of 2, I will get the second element. And if I give x of 3, I will be getting the third element. If I give y of 3, I will be getting the third element of y. The third element of y is 12, 10, 11, 12, right? 10, 11, 12. So I will be getting the third number. Now, I want to find length of the vector. I want to find the length of the vector. So this is logical operators. Okay, this is vectors. Okay, so here extracting elements. Find the length of the vector. So the command is length. The length of y, if I give, then it will be giving 3, because here I have 10, 11, and 12. There are only 3 elements, so it will give. We use it to find the n, right? Even when we are finding mean, median, mode, that and all, calculation of n is necessary. So the command is not n of, but this is length of. Okay. Again, we will be getting 3. So once again, x assign the value x, numbers 10, 20, 30, 3.2, 3.2, 3.2. You can see 20, 30, why it is 10.2. I want to make you in trouble. 40, 50, 60. That's it. Assign the value x to the numbers. And you can work along with me here. Assign the value x to the numbers. So this is x. This is my x. So I have taken these values. I run my x. Yeah, it is. And now I want to check how many elements, that is the elements which is greater than 4. X greater than 4. So, okay, so if I give x greater than 4, x greater than 40, I will get only, see, false, 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 true, true. I will get only the true, true for here. But I want these. So I want x off. I want to extract those numbers. I want to extract those numbers. So it is 50 and 60. And you can do the combination of say exercise. Even you can do the combination of the values. Say for example, x greater than 40, x greater than 20, and symbol, and x some less than 40. Yeah, we can. Okay. So let's now it is 11:25. Just take a half minute to execute this command. We will continue after that half minute. Okay, so if we execute this command, it is between 20 and 40, greater than 20. Greater than 20 means this much, and along with it is less than 40, so 30 is our answer. Okay, fine. So we will come back to such a we have many, but I'm just giving you the gist for those works. And now we are going to display the messages. Display the messages. There are many ways to display a message. There are many ways to display messages. Here I am giving you only the most easiest one and the widely used one. The widely used one. Okay. So say for let me make a list of my data first. For example, name is equal to name is equal to some Abdullah, okay, comma, and his age is equal to, say for example, some 28. Let him be young, and his location is say for example USA, and his salary is equal to $80,000. Just take something, take something. So what I want to display, Abdullah is of age 28, lives in USA, get monthly salary of 80,000. This is the one I want to I want to display. So how it will come? First, I want to assign a name for this vector. Say, for example, it is almost like the KYC of a customer, right? So I'm using some KYC of a customer, and let me run this first. We have to run this. Then this will be stored. If I give print KYC, this will be coming as like this. See, Abdullah, it's coming, 28 is coming, USA is coming, salary is coming. Now I want to display as a message, and you know the print is a command, especially to display such a messages. But I want to give the text also, so it is with the paste 0. You can go for paste. I will come back to the difference a little later. So what we want to do, Abdullah is of age 28, right? So Abdullah is in my KYC. KYC. Type the object KYC. Put a dollar symbol. Then all the variables, whatever it is defined in my list, will appear. So I am giving name. Okay, in KYC with the KYC name, comma. Okay, KYC name, comma, what I want to is off, right? Space is off. Okay, comma. Again, what I want KYC with the age 28, comma. Once again, lives in. Okay, comma. Okay, I want KYC with the location, right? KYC with the location, comma, okay, comma, KYC with the location, comma. Once again, what I want is salary. Get monthly salary of, comma, KYC, dollar symbol, and we will get salary. We will get salary. So if we run, we will get Abdullah is of age. Yeah, Abdullah is of age 28, right? I haven't written that age. Abdullah is of age 28, lives in USA, get monthly salary of 8,000. Okay, now why I discussed this displaying of messages? Because if you ask your student after completion of some program, if they want to say, for example, you ask them to if you ask them to do a small comparison, which company is more variable? The usual question, right? Which company is more variable in terms of monthly wages? Find the CV and then compare the variability of the two companies. At that time, they want to display some message. Company A is more variable, company B is more variable, like that. So at those places, such a printing of messages will be highly useful. Okay, now the next one, we are coming to the samples. We are taking samples. We are taking for samples. As we are discussing on the sampling, you know there are two types here, the population and sample, and especially when we are working with such a programming and all, it is not always possible to go ahead with the typed data. See, here I am using some X, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, so it is easy for you to come along with me, whereas if you are really doing some data work in huge, then that become a challenging task. That's not possible. So the samples are always plays a vital role. Okay. The command is a simple one, sample. Sample. So the first one is X. Say for example 30. I want to get 30. size, how many you want. I want to choose two. I want to choose two persons. I want to choose two persons. So what about replacement? That is, same person can come again and again or not? Replacement is equal to, I'm giving false. So what this will give us? It will give us 8 and 3. So what we can do in our probability and statistics class also, what you can do in the classrooms, you can get your R program installed in the systems in the classrooms, and you can always keep this command in your R programming file. So what you can do, usually we will ask some questions with the students, right? So what you can do, I will run this command. So whatever the number is coming, they have to answer. If the first serial number, I am talking about the serial number. If it is 18 and 10, they have to answer for 18 and 10. The 18 and 10 has to answer. Like that we can do, since it involves R programming, and the students also might get inspired because of that. Okay, so now let me increase the size. So what is this 30? This 30 means it will gives you the number from 1 to 30, 1 to 30, the sequence of numbers from 1 to 30. So say here it is 30, but I want to take 25 samples. I want to take 25 samples. I am giving replacement equal to false. Okay, replacement equal to false. So I will be getting 25 samples. If I give the total number of sample, I want the total number of items is 30, and if I want 35 items, this will throw me the error, because with the replacement equal to false, you cannot generate 35 samples. This will throw you the error. So what you have to do, you want to change. What is that? True. If you change this, the same number might come again and again. So see here, what is the same number? Here, here a 10, and here a 10, and 2 10s are there, right? Even 2 8s are there. The same number can come again and again, so that I can maintain my 35 samples. 35 samples. Okay. So this is along with the with the replacement and without replacement, right? With the replacement and without replacement. So this is without replacement, and this is with the replacement. Okay. So now we are going to do the statistical functions. The statistical functions. Don't ask me, so sample is not a statistical function or like that. That is also a statistical function, but here in the statistical function, I mean for mean, median, mode, that and all. Okay. So we already defined our x. Okay, we already defined our x. Whereas let me suggest another x for me, so that that will be useful for the other calculations. Excuse me for time. So 8 with how different. Instead of typing, let me take from here. I want to type. Okay. So these are my values. I'm giving a slight pause so that if you want, you can type it over there. So let me take it as 4, 23, 28. It's okay. 23 and 28. Okay. Fine. So in order to, if you want to find mean, directly find mean of x, and this will be giving you the mean of x. You can find median, the median of x. This will be giving you the median value of x. You can find the maximum. You can find, these are the keywords. So directly you can use that for your program, whatever you want. Even to check your answer also you can. Even you can find range also. Maximum, minimum is there, right? Even you can find the range also. But this range will give you 5 and 31, where 5 is the minimum and 31 is the maximum. So this range in R programming, this will not give you the actual range. This will give you the maximum and the minimum value. The maximum and the minimum value. Okay, now you want to find usual range for your calculation. Okay, the usual range, what I mean, maximum minus minimum. So the method one is, it is a maximum of x minus minimum of x, as you know, minimum of x, whereas the method 2 says with the range command. It is range of x. In the range of x, there are 2 elements. See, I'm running this. In the range of x, I have 2 elements. So this is the first element, this is the second element. So this is the second element minus. So I am making it as a first element. So I'll be getting 26 as the answer. So what is the previous answer? Yeah, it is 26. Maximum minus minimum, right? Yeah, it is 26 only. So it is you can do like this also. You can do like this also. Okay. Now we want to generate. We want to generate some uniform numbers, but let it be later, because we already discussed the sample function. We already discussed the sample function. Now we are going to create a continuous frequency distribution for the data whatever we mentioned. The continuous distribution function for the data mentioned. Before that, let us create discrete frequency distribution, which is quite easy. Discrete frequency distribution, which is quite easy. The command is the table command. If you execute this table command, automatically everything will be there. See, everything will be there. The x with the frequency, the counts, that will be there, and this is the discrete frequency distribution, right? So we are not worrying about that. So now we have to create the continuous frequency distribution. The continuous frequency distribution. So in order to do the continuous frequency distribution, I want to find the range, right? I want to find the range. So let me assign A to the minimum of x and B to the maximum of x. Maximum of x. So what we have done? We have done maximum and a minimum. Now what I am doing for the safer side, I am taking +5. I will tell you why a little later. Now I want to have the break. So not our break, it is break. I am creating the sequence. The sequence are from A, comma, to B, comma, by is equal to 5. I'm create a continuous distribution with a class with a 5, okay? 5. So now it is A and B, and I am taking the breaks. So this is print A and here print B, okay? So I am printing this A and B. That will result as 536. Let us check whether this plus 5 is necessary or not. But I'll tell you a little later. I told you already. So now we have executed this breaks also. Let me print this break also. Let us check what I have done. So this breaks gives, see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So what it will do, this will create the numbers from the sequence, right? From A to B with the class width of 5. With a class width of 5. But there is a A, right? So what it will? Yeah. Now it's okay. Fine. Even you can start with the 0 also, doesn't matter. 0 to B is the maximum. Actually, we need to do a little more manipulation, but that's called the hard coding, and we are in the hard coding only. We are presently in the sort of hard coding only. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to split my x. I want to cut my x. I want to cut my x. How? For every number, I want to check which interval it belongs to, whether it is from 0 to 10 or 10 to 15, which interval it belongs to. So the command is cut. So the command is cut. How I want to cut? I want to cut my x. I want to cut my data along with the breaks. This breaks, okay? Breaks. And I am making this right equal to false because I am creating the exclusive frequency, and I try to find what is that x dot cut. See, so for the first number it is between 10 to 15. Let me run my x once again. So this is a 10, this is 10. So my first number lies between 10 to 15. The second number is 14, so it lies between 10 to 15. My next number is 14, so it lies between 10 to 15. The next number is 15, so it lies between 15 to 20. Like that, it will assign such an interval for every element of your x. Now, we want to create the frequency, right? So, I want to create the frequency. I want to make a table of my x dot cut, right? So that I will get the frequency over here, x dot freq. I want to print. See, the table command here we mentioned the table command will give you the discrete frequency distribution. That distribution we have given here. So the table gives you the frequency along with your count. Okay, along with your class intervals. Now this become your continuous frequency distribution. Suppose I want to find my total frequency x dot freq, right? Sorry, total frequency. I have to give the command, right? The sum of x dot freq, right? X dot freq. So let us check what is the sum of total frequency. So it is a sum of tot dot freq. If I check, I will get 15. How I will get 15? Whether my 15 is correct or not. So immediately I will go to length and check. So the length of the number, my length of x is 15. So I will be getting 15. Now I want to find relative frequencies. So finding the relative frequency is finding the relative frequency is, let me write x dot so that it will be x dot frequency, this one, okay? So it's a relative frequency. So x dot relative frequency is frequency, x dot frequency divided by x dot total frequency, right? X dot total frequency. If you run this command, you will get the relative frequency. Print of x dot relative frequency. If you give, you will get all the relative frequencies. The relative frequencies of all the class intervals. The relative frequencies of all the class intervals. All the class intervals. But this is with the 6-digit or 7-digit. Usually that will be giving you the 7-digit. We don't want that. So use the round command. The round will make you the round of the digits. So whatever the digits that you are mentioning, that will be giving you, here I have given you 2, so it is giving the 2. It is giving the 2. For example, I want to find the cumulative frequencies, So what I am doing, x dot cumulative frequency is cum sum is the function, cum sum of x dot frequency, right? Let me run it, and then I will give you the print of x dot the cumulative frequency, and then you will be getting the cumulative frequency. It is a less than cumulative frequency, but for the R has a very huge issue with the more than frequency. We have to write a few more lines of code, which presently we are not interested at all. So we want to display everything. So I am making it as a data frame. Data frame will accumulate everything, and that will give you a structured data. You can see the C bind means column bind. All the columns will be binded together, right? I want to have my frequency, then I want to have my relative frequency, then I want to have my cumulative frequency, and let me run. So now the frequency, relative frequency, and the cumulative relative frequency of your data has been generated. The frequency table for your data has been generated. Okay, so this is the one what we have for today, and let me stop here and let me give the rest of the time for the discussion. If you have any questions, you can ask me, and in the next class we will be continuing this. With other few commands and plotting of various plots, the testing of hypothesis with raw data and all, and organization of the data, and finally we will end up with ANOVA.